Hi, my name's Matt from Kintripper Motorhome Hire. Welcome to our virtual tour of our 5-berth Chanti motorhome. So with this virtual tour, we'll start with the outside of the vehicle. We'll run around it in clockwise as on our previous van. Here is our wastewater tank emptying lever. On all motorhome and campsites and things like that, you get motorhome service points. You would need to find one of these, find a drain, get the hold over the drain. You then pull the lever like so, and the water then empties. Once it's fully empty, you just close the lever off again like so. Right, on this motorhome we have a manual step. Our other two have automatic steps, so one of the most important things you would need to do before driving off is obviously putting this step in. So really all you do to get the step out, you just pull it like so, and then before you drive off again, you just pop it in like that. In the Chanti, like most motorhomes, we have an onboard toilet. On this onboard toilet, there is an indicator inside showing you how full the toilet is. It goes from green to red. Once the indicator shows the cassette toilet's full, again, on all campsites, you'll have a place to empty your cassette toilets. You just need to find where that is and take it. You have a little blue lever here. You press that blue lever, you take out the cassette toilet. You then have a handle like so, where you can wheel it to where you empty it. You then, once you get to the emptying point, you open the blue cap like so, empty the contents of the toilet down the waste point, and then what I normally do is fill it up with about a third of water, give it a good shake, and then empty all that out again. And then take it back to the motorhome, push it back in the van, make sure that clip's gone back over there, and close the door. On the Chanti motorhome, we have the external gas barbecue point. We do hire one of these out as an extra. What you can do is lift the lid, make sure your gas is on, we connect the barbecue into the external point, and off we go. We can have al fresco dining. Right, on the Chanti we have a massive garage for all your storage purposes, especially if you're going on long holidays. This is a great feature of this motorhome. What you need to do is open it. There's a little like a child catch in there, almost, child safety catch. You need to push that back, and then the motorhome will clip back, the door will clip back into a point there. Inside this garage we have all our external seating. We also have a table. We have levelling blocks. So if you get onto your pitch and the pitch is slightly unlevel, you can use the blocks to level off that pitch. We have our electric hookup lead. Male end goes into the campsite, female end connects to the motorhome itself. I'll show you the workings of that in a moment. We also have jump leads in this van. We also have our brushes in the van, our awning, wind down awning bar to wind down the awning, and we also have part of the 5th bed in here as well. So if you need to make up the 3rd bed for the 5th person, that is in here as well. We also have a light inside the garage, so if it's night time you can see what you're getting out. We also have a 240 power point in there as well, so if you need to charge anything, some people could use this as an electric scooter charging point or whatever like that, so they can put it in here and charge it if they need to overnight. Right, here we have the wind out awning. What we do, you have a little hook there, we stick that into that little bit there. What we do is unwind the awning, to a point like that. What we have is 2 legs in here. We take one leg down, open that up and drop this leg down to the floor. We then bring the other leg out, do exactly the same, drop that leg to the floor like so. And then what we will do is we will lift the awning up slightly. Then what we will do is we will unwind the awning out a little bit further, We'll then move each leg out with it. This saves putting too much pressure on the bar that's going across the motorhome. We then continue to go out again, forward fully. We can then put them in their place. And then what we have two pegs that can be pegged down through the awning leg, so if you get a little bit of wind, it will hold it in the grass. To pack it up again, we will obviously wind it back in the opposite way. A little bit at a time. Bring the legs back. So about a point like that. We can then obviously undo these little leg adjusters again. Drop the legs in. And then pop the legs back in like this. There's a little catch here that you just need to make sure they're pushed in properly like that. This is the clip for the leg to clip in. This obviously is important to get in before you wind it back up, else it won't wind in properly. You just literally pop it in there and clip it down like that. And then we just wind the awning all the way back in, like so. And then take the bar out. On the Chanti motorhome, we have a reversing camera. This reversing camera is a split reversing camera, so it also gives you two views of when you're reversing. You do need to press a button inside on the reversing camera, which I'll show you later, but obviously you can reverse back with a long distance one, and if you're getting close to the wall, you can alter to the short distance one just to see what space you have left. We also have a bike rack, which can take up to 4 bikes. All you really need to think about here is just pulling it down, popping your wheels into the wheel holders. Once you've done that, you've got little arms that come over and grab hold of each bike. Right, here we have the external electric hookup point. We have a male and female end. The female end goes on to the campsite part of it. You then have to unwind the complete cable because the cable can get very hot and catch on fire, so you do need to run it off. And then obviously that end with the little flipper always goes on to the motorhome side. You literally pull that out, lift the little lid up, pop it over like so, and pop the catch down. For removal, you need to make sure you lift that lid up because it catches behind there. You need to lift that up, pull it off, pop that in, and wind the cable back up. Right, in here we have our gas. Again, obviously gas always needs to be off when you're driving. So when you get to site or wherever you're camping, you undo this here like so, go into the gas cupboard, and you need to make sure you turn the gas on. You have a yellow handle there, which you turn anti-clockwise, and a little lever, yellow lever there, you quarter turn it until it all comes on. You then need to go in and check the gas hob again, check that you have gas coming out the hob. Once you know you have that, you can then go around and start using the other gas appliances. Also, what I need to point out with this is a refillable gas system. So obviously this goes full out. It also needs to be full back. So, and also if you need to refill it, you need to go to a petrol station that has gas. You undo that point there, you connect the pump to that. On the gas filling stations, it will show you step by step how to do that. You then fill it up. Again, you've got to make sure these are open. Fill it up, which costs about £7, and then just take it out. And that's that. We also in here have the 6-metre hose to fill your water up, which I'll show you in a minute. So this is the gas on-off switch. So anti-clockwise to on, and before you drive away, again, you need to make sure that is closed by turning that off. And I'll normally flick this little lever as well, quarter turn lever, flick that in the off position as well. Right, here we have the freshwater filler. Again, look, in the gas cupboard we have the 6-metre hose, which you plug onto your tap at your motorhome maintenance point, or the closest tap you can find. You then open this up, open the bung up by unscrewing it, and fill with water. The only way you know that this is full is water will start coming out the end. And then just screw the lid back together and pop that in. I will mention that obviously the water and petrol are very close on this motorhome. So again, any misfueling, whether that's diesel in the water, or water in the diesel, or petrol in the diesel, is the hire-risk's responsibility and would have to get that sorted. Here we have the diesel point again. Again, like I said just a moment again, any misfueling, putting petrol in is the hire-risk's responsibility. We send all our motorhomes out full, and this will need to be full on return. Also on this one we have AdBlue. AdBlue can be found at most petrol stations on the pump, or you can buy it in litre bottles and fill it that way. Again, we do expect the AdBlue to be full when it's back, but from empty to full we're looking at probably about £4 to fill that up. All you need to do is just undo the little hole and just fill it. Inside the passenger door we have the vehicle battery. So obviously if you ever need to gain access to the vehicle battery, it's just under this cover here. We do have a set of jump leads in the back for you, just in case. Also what we have under the passenger side seat is all your spare wheel changing bit parts. The spare wheel is at the bottom of the van, and all your spanners and jack is in there. Obviously, if you feel you're not confident enough to do it, you can ring our breakdown cover and they'll be more than happy to come out and change the wheel for you. Also, we have the bonnet opener. So just pull that, which releases the bonnet. So if you need to gain access to the bonnet, obviously we've already pulled the lever inside. About central, just off central, is a little lever. Just pull that up and you have the little bar there that holds the bonnet open. The only two things we really need to worry about in here, which maybe you won't, is because we make sure we're full of oil and full of water, is maybe just keeping an eye on that. The oil is here. You can pull out the rod as per your car, wipe it off and check your oil level. If you need to top up with oil, there is the oil cap just here, which you can top up. And we have our windscreen wash going in there, but I make sure that that's full before any hire. So generally you shouldn't have to go into this and put into the bonnet, but that's there for your own information if you do. Right, the motorhome comes central locked at the front, but it doesn't central lock the habitation door. So you will need to use the key to open and close this, or unlock it and lock it. It's a quarter turn either way, either to lock it or unlock it. Try not to force it past that point, and then it's just literally a point of opening and it just clips open. So when you've parked up, whether it's the campsite or like say at a lay-by or next to a beach, the TV on this particular motorhome is 12 volts, so you can watch TV without having the 240 on. This is the TV on-off switch, so you need to make sure the TV is in the on position, and that's your light switch. Here we have the main control panel for the Chanti motorhome. Whether you're stopping again by a beach and you need some water and you need the lights on, or whether you're at the campsite, you need to turn this on to get anything working. So what we normally do is press the check button until your lights come on. Once your lights come on, you can turn your lights on. So then our lights will work once we do the switches. We also got the water pump, so you need to turn that on to get water out the taps. And that's your light button there. Okay, that is actually your warning light, and that's your light button. You can also check levels. So at the moment it's showing you your 12 volt is fully charged, and this here is your wastewater tank. At the moment it's empty. When it gets to the full position, you then need to find the drain and empty the wastewater tank as I showed you. Here we have the hot water and heating controller. On this motorhome, this is only gas operated. Not like the Swift, we have electric and gas. This one is only gas. So again, what I would do is make sure your gas is on, number one. Come to your hob, check that gas is coming out the hob and obviously light to flame, and then we can then go on to the hot water and heating facilities. What I would normally do is obviously press for on. You can then change your hours. Let's say it's 11:30. Once you're happy it's 11, you press the button. That will take you to the minutes, and then we can set it to 11:30. Once we've done that, we then just go through the hot water and heating functions. The hot water function is the little thermostat in the water here. So what we need to do is rotate the button again until you get a flashing hot water symbol. Press that and you've got the off position, an eco position, a hot position and a boost position. So you decide to choose what you want there, all right? And then you obviously press what you want, so say eco. Heating, we then come across heating. We push the button and then set desired temperature. So if it's 20 degrees, you just click that, that's set. Right, so if you want to set the timer up on this for your hot water and heating to come on in the morning, you need to come around to this clock down in the left-hand corner. You need to press the button and then set your start time. Your start time is when the heating and hot water will come on. So if you wanted it on for 8 o'clock in the morning, you select 8 o'clock, press the button, and then you can set your minutes if you want minutes. Press the button, end time. So if you want to finish that at 10 o'clock or 10:15 or whatever, just press that. You then set your room stat on your heating. So this is your desired temperature of the van. So if you set it at 20 degrees, you then need to set your hot water. So whether you want it on eco, hot or boost. So if we pick hot, click that. You need to select your power source. So whether you're on gas or electric, we need to be on electric 2 in the UK. Press that, and this is your fan speed. So the fan speed is for how fast the hot heat is coming through, because it's blow air heating. So you can set your fan speed either on a low, which is an eco, or a high. Pick that, and then you just set that to on, and that's your timer all set up. And then just come out with the back button. So above the fridge here, we have the gas cooker. Again, we just need to make sure the gas is on and it functions like a cooker at home. You need to press the button in, spark the sparker until you see the flame, and then set desired temperature. And that's really it with the cooker. Here we have the 3-way fridge. This fridge works on either electric, gas, or we do have a battery operation, which is only used if you're traveling around. It won't work on battery if you just sat around, so it just maintains the coolness of the fridge as you're driving around. To turn the fridge on, you need to press the on button for a few seconds, and then the LED display kicks in. At the moment it's set on electric, so if you're on a campsite, that's great. If you're wild camping, you would need to go on to gas. So by pressing the selector switch, you can select between the 3 different options. So you've got electric hookup, battery for when you're driving around, and gas. We also got a selector on how cold you want the fridge. You just basically press that and it goes from 1 to 3. I would probably suggest sort of 3 or 4 is probably perfect for that. Before you drive off again, you would need to make sure, if you're on gas, make sure the gas is off and literally press the button for about 3 seconds. This is a full fridge with a reasonable sized freezer compartment in it, so you can get plenty in there. So at the bottom of the fridge, we have the drinks chiller, which is quite good for all your alcohol and Coke and lemonade. You can just pop all your bottles in there and that will keep that cold. Right, in the Chanti motorhome, we have 2 fixed double beds. One of them is a drop-down bed here. One of the most important things to remember before operating the drop-down bed is removing this cushion above here, because what will happen is the bed will get stuck on it, it would wreck the cushion and it can burn the motor out as well. So what we need to do is unclip that, drop that down, ready to drop the bed. Shall I go through the operation of the bed? We'll show you the controller in a minute. Just under the sink there's an up and down button. What we need to do is press the down button, fully until the bed drops down to there. We then have a ladder. This ladder, this ladder drops down like that, so you can climb up and down. And if you've got kids, we have safety nets that can clip up and clip to the sides as well. There is also a light up there with a USB port in it around the corner. That just operates like a general light really. And then to pack it away, just need to pop the ladder back on. You can leave your bed made up in this position. And then lift the bed up. Obviously, please don't have kids going up and down on it. Again, it could wreck the mechanism on the bed. And then just pop your cushion back on. Like all our motorhomes at Kintripper, they come fully stocked up with all your plates, pots, pans, cutlery, etc. Above the kitchen area, we have a lot of the plates and cups and things like that. We have baking trays, we have some tea, coffee bits, we have an oven glove, so we have all those sort of bits there. We also have all your glasses in this cupboard here. They're all wine glasses, and then if you just want standard drink glasses, they're in that cupboard, as so. Down here in this cupboard is all your cutlery and your utensils for cooking. We also have your bin. We have all your cleaning products for the van in here, and we also have a bowl, a washing up bowl for the kitchen sink. In this cupboard, we have all our pots, pans, gas kettle, electric kettle. We also have an extension lead because we only have one plug socket up here, and all your other bits and bobs in there. Here we have the gas hob. The gas hob, again, you need to make sure the gas is on. And then we just literally press the knob down, turn it, and we have a lighter in here. This one doesn't have a spark ignition to light the gas hob as you need it. And then just turn it off. Again, wait for the rings to cool down before you put the glass down, because if you put the glass down while it's hot, it can shatter. So again, wait 20 minutes, half hour before you put that down. Right, the kitchen sink, all we need to do is obviously back on the control unit. If you want water to come out of any of your taps, you need to make sure the water pump's on, and then water will come out the taps. Right, here we have the shower cubicle in the Chanti. What we need to do to obviously use the shower cubicle, we will need to remove this flooring section out. You need to pull that out, put to one side, and then you can get into the shower, and then you have basically a couple shower closing doors that link together like that. You can have your shower, pop your doors back. Obviously make sure they're in the correct position. And once they're in the correct position, you can then pop your flooring piece back in like so. All the windows have blackout blinds and fly screens. This is all the windows, the skylights. So what you do for the blackout blinds, you need to pull the blind up and lock it in. If you just want the fly screen, because your window's open, like so, stop the flies coming in, you just pull the fly screen down. And then just undo that and close the window. Right, in this motorhome, obviously we do have a third bed. This third bed does need to be made up. We have an island bed at the back, and underneath the mattress of the island bed, we lift the mattress up. There is a little lever section of the bed where it gets you into a cupboard, which has all your cushions for the fifth bed stored away there. And then just pop the mattress back and your bedding back. Obviously, here we have the toilet function. If you have guests staying, you can close these doors here, which doesn't disturb you. You can do that on both sides. Or if it's just a couple, it's just like an ensuite for yourself, really. So what we have is a door here. This door just slides around. Like so, so it closes it off. It does go, I'm going to have to come all the way around here a minute to show you this. It can close all the way around to that point as well. In here we also have the toilet. The toilet, you need to have the water pump on again. This has a little indicator just down the back end here, which goes from green to red. When it gets to red, the toilet's full and needs emptying. You have a little blue button here. So when the water pump is on, you press the blue button. And obviously, once you've been toilet, you have your lever here. So at the moment it's in the closed position. You open it up, everything goes down into the set toilet. You can press the blue button to give it a good rinse and close it off. Also in this cupboard here, we have blue sachets. You put one blue sachet in the toilet, and when it's full, that gets dumped, and then you can put a new blue sachet in there. We also have cleaning products in the toilet area as well for you. Right, in this motorhome we have two sets of light. We have like a bright white light and we have like a mood lighting. You can change between the two by either going one way or the other way, depending on which mood you want. Right, here we have our 12-volt TV. This works off battery, so you don't have to be on a campsite on 240 to do this. Basically, we have all our remotes up here. You basically turn the TV on and tune it in. There is no adjustable area on this one, so it is just literally, you just tune this one in. The two TVs that are in there both got DVD players as well, so we have got a small selection of DVDs just in case you're in a bad signal area and you can't get any TV. We have the DVDs there for you, and also we have a DAB radio in one of the cupboards. So above the front cabby here we have all our safety stuff. Inside this, our safety bag and other bits, we have a little small toolkit. We have spare bulbs for the van, so that's brake lights and things like that. Also in the bag we have a first aid kit. We have high-vis jackets. We have a warning triangle. So all your safety stuff that is mentioned in on our little Kintripper pack is up there above the cabby area. The fire extinguisher for this motorhome is behind the driver's seat, and also we do have a fire blanket up by the gas cooker next to it. Right, we're going to go through the front cab with you now. The front cab has a curtain here. This curtain is both sides. So at night time, what you need to do is just literally pull the curtain around there like so. It's got Velcro on both sides, so you can Velcro the two curtains together. Also, the two front seats are captain seats. So to work these, there's a little lever at the bottom of the seat which moves the chair backwards and forwards. Bring the chair fully forward. There's a lever on the side of the chair. You can turn that chair around and then set it in whatever position you want. The same can be done with the driver's chair, just exactly the same way of doing it. And then to put it back, just bring it all the way back and it self-clicks in like so. So here we have the reversing camera. What I tend to do is use it as your mirror as well, your rear mirror. So if you're driving down the dual carriageway, you can see the oncoming vehicles behind you. The good thing with this one is obviously we've got the split in it, so it's got two cameras. You have the far distance bit, so when you're reversing, and if you're getting close to a wall, whatever like that, you can press that button and then you get the closer rear view looking. So as you're reversing, you can just keep an eye on that one, and then if you want, you've got an on-off button, which you can either turn it off or turn it on. Right, the handbrake on this motorhome here is down on the right hand side next to the driver's door, because obviously this is a walk-through, so the handbrake is down there. We also have your electric wing mirror joystick there, so you can adjust the wing mirrors to suit you. So with this motorhome we have all the controls on the steering wheel. So there is Bluetooth, so you can connect your Bluetooth up to the vehicle. You've got your answering the phones, your volumes, all your radio bits here as well. This vehicle also has cruise control. So this little mechanism here, you can set all your cruise control up on that lever there. The rest of the van is just a standard sort of van or car. Right, we're going to go through making up the third bed now. We've gone to the back garage and got this part from the back garage. We've also gone behind the double bed at the back on the island bed and got the cushions out ready to make this bed up. Right, to make this bed up, I think we need to remove the cushions from this bed. So if we move them and pop them to one side. We have this dinette table. Underneath the dinette table we have a leg. We need to press the button on the side of the leg and lift that up so it's in an L shape to give you support. We then need to lift the table up. It's quite heavy. It's not a light table. Put it down onto the bottom bracket. Drop that table into position. And then pull this part of the table out. So what we'll do first, we'll pop the cushions back on here. So I'm going to pop one up against there like so. And put the next one down there for your bed. Then we're going to come to this part we've got out the back. This part we've got out the back, we have a little leg on the bottom here, which we need to extend. We then need to keep this up quite high. Get it over that, pop it down and slide it up against here. So we've now got the cushions out from under the bed here. We now arrange them to make this bed up. So we've got a double cushion here, which will go on to that part there. We have another double cushion here, which will pop down into that little hole there. We'll then move this one over, take the Velcro off, pop that one in there like so, and turn this one around. We'll then have a mattress protector which will be put up into this cupboard and a sheet for this bed. Just make sure the cushions are nice and tight together, and that's pretty much how you make up the fifth bed. Right, in all three motorhomes, this is the one for the Swift, but we've got this in every motorhome, so it won't show you all of them, but we have an information pack, and inside this information pack we have all our safety bits, which are all on board. So we have things like first aid kits, high-vis jackets, all the safety kits you need to know. Mine and Lisa's contact telephone numbers within this pack, a little write-up on the history of the business, how we set it up and all that. We've got things to remember before you drive off, stuff like turning all the gas off, remember to disconnect the electric heat, close all windows and skylights, and make sure the electric lead is tucked away. We've also got the height and width of the vehicles. We've got our penalty charges which are there. We have our accident form. So if you do have an accident, it's most important you do need to fill this out. This will have the details of yourself, the other vehicle, and a little diagram on how the accident has happened. We also have our breakdown cover policy there. So if you break down, you just phone the number that's highlighted in yellow and they'll come out and help you. Also got our insurance documents. And in the Swift here, we have this second bed that made up. It shows you where all the cushions are and how they go together for this second bed. We also have some instructions on how the timers and fridge works. And we've also got our gas safety certificates and habitation check certificates in this folder. Right, thanks for watching the virtual handover tour. If you have any questions before your adventure, then please ask.